Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Smoke Break series. It's been a while since we talked last. I think now is a good time to have a little bit of a dialogue. There are plenty of problems in this country. Right now, there seems to be a particular problem that everybody is focused on. The problem stems from two particular incidents. Contrary to what many people would tell you right now, these are not the two most important things happening in this country or around the world. There are plenty of worse things to be concerned about. However, I will address these two issues. Right now, there's a lot of racial tension in the country over two incidents. The incident in Ferguson with Michael Brown and the incident with Eric Garner. A lot of people seem to be sort of equating the two incidents as though they are the same sort of mishap, if you will. However, before diving into this, I would like to point out that the two incidents are very different in scale. In Ferguson, a young black man was shot after robbing a convenience store, after which he purportedly attacked a police officer. Now, I have no idea what happened there. I would say, considering Michael Brown's previous incidents and record, the case is not good for anyone that's trying to make a good case for Michael Brown. It is sad that someone had to be killed over that incident, and I don't think we'll ever really know what happened. But at least in the Ferguson case, there was no conclusive evidence. There was no video or audio recordings. There were wildly differing eyewitness accounts of what happened there. But in the case of Eric Garner, the situation is very different. In both cases, the issue of race has come up. I'm not going to say that that's unwarranted, though I honestly, personally don't think that either of these two things are necessarily racial issues. However, I'm more inclined to believe that it might be in the case of Eric Garner. The incident with Eric Garner happened in New York. The NYPD seemed to be trying to question him. They thought that he was, I guess, selling cigarettes illegally, and I guess that he had done that previously. But the story seems to be coming out that the NYPD seems to pick on black people in that area quite often. Now, there are several reasons that this could be. One is that there is a problem with black crime in that area, therefore more police are assigned to that area, or the other is that the NYPD is a racist organization. Which of those two is it? I couldn't tell you, and I won't presume to guess. All I do know in the case of Eric Garner is what I saw. The video starts with a confrontation between him and the police, in which Eric Garner seems to be upset, but he's certainly not acting violently. Take a look.
Play a hard way for what? Every time you see me, you want to mess with me. I'm tired of it. It stops today.
This guy right here is forcibly trying to lock somebody up for breaking up a fight.
I did not sell nothing. Because every time you see me, you want to harass me, you want to stop me, trying to sell cigarettes. I'm minding my business, officer. I'm minding my business. Please just leave me alone. I told you the last time. Please just leave me alone. Please don't touch me. Don't touch me, please.
Hold on.
Listen, don't touch me, please.
Came over.
Do not touch me.
Damn, man.
All right, stop. Use your hands, buddy.
Put your hand behind your back.
I can't breathe. 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 I can't breathe.
Once again, police beating up on people. Back up right here.
Back up, then get on that step.
Okay.
Back up.
Look, now I mean, they gave this man a seizure.
Yo, move out the way! Yo!
It's my brother, we live here.
Back up this way. Everybody now back up. It's now going to become a crisis. Back it up. Back it up.
I'm going to my house.
No. This way. Let's go.
My brother right there. He was just breaking up a fight.
He's alright, he's good. It's nothing to do with the fight.
Where's the ambulance?
Ma'am, can you back up, please? We're trying to give him some air. We're gonna get him an ambulance, all right?
Yeah, back up. Y'all got him on the floor. He can't breathe.
Sir, it's EMS. Come on. We're here to help, all right? We're here to help you. We're getting the stretcher, all right?
Watching that seriously pisses me off. And it's not an issue of race, again. In this case, my problem is the way that the police handled this. Obviously, it would appear, mind you, I could be way off on this, that he's not actually committed a crime at the moment, and they're attempting to arrest him. Many people are saying that he is resisting an arrest, and I guess that he is, technically. But if you're standing there on the street, and if it is true that all he had done prior to that was break up a fight, as you can hear in that video, a bystander says that, who is filming the whole incident. If it's true that all he was doing was breaking up a fight, and then the police attempt to apprehend him or arrest him, I can't imagine I would have a reaction much different. Except for the fact that I've seen way too many fucking videos where people are standing up for what they believe are their rights, and then they end up severely hurt or dead. These stupid, dumb assholes take this large man to the ground with a chokehold, with like 5 dudes suddenly climbing on top of this man, who, I mean, you know, you could tell the man was not the healthiest of people, and I guess if you're trying to take down a man that large, it may take that many people. But you don't all need to suddenly just get on his back and not let up at all when the man says he cannot breathe. He proceeds to pass out, at which point, nobody tries to help him. They call for an ambulance. The lady from the ambulance comes there and she's taking his pulse and she's trying to talk to the man who's clearly fucking unconscious. They leave the handcuffs on him. They're not trying to administer any sort of CPR or resuscitative techniques. I mean, how fucking dumb can you fucking be? Now, I could understand if you'd just been in a chase with these police, and you'd been in a shootout with these police, and they get you on the ground and they're not letting you up at all, and you're saying, I can't breathe, and they're like, I don't give a fuck, you were just shooting at me, so you can sit there and deal with it. But in this case, a man was being questioned for possibly selling cigarettes, which they have no proof that he was doing at that moment, and then they take him to the ground, they sit on the man basically until he passes out and then dies. Now, everyone, my problem with this is not all the racial tension that's arisen from both of these incidents. No. My problem is the misconduct of the police. And it's a rising problem in this country right now. The president has just, I suppose, signed a bill or passed some sort of funding for police video cameras so that they can be held accountable for actions like this. But if this case is any sort of example of how that's going to go, I guess it really won't fucking matter, will it? Because the officers involved, despite the clear video evidence of the incident, will face no legal repercussions. Perhaps in the eyes of the NYPD it's enough to say, oh, the man has had his badge and gun taken from him, but he still has a job. But in my mind, that's not really justice, is it? So what good will 50,000 new body cameras for the police really do? I don't think I have an answer for that. I don't think it will do much good if, despite the evidence of clear misconduct and violent behavior of these police, nothing is done. You know, you see these videos online all the time of people supposedly antagonizing the police by filming them and getting into sort of confrontations with them over the right to record police actions in public, and you see people getting wrongfully arrested and maybe beaten up all the time. You've seen those videos where people go into the police stations to try and get some sort of complaint form, and then they're arrested for it. So I raise the question again: what are we to do when law enforcement cannot be held accountable for their clearly illegal actions, even when they're caught on video? What can we do? All of the lawmakers in this country seem to be in somebody's pocket, and it certainly isn't ours. We're not outnumbered, but we are outgunned. So I don't think any sort of violent revolution is an answer. I don't think that's something I would necessarily condone anyway. So here we are. A man is taken from his family and the people around him because he might have been selling some cigarettes. All because these police couldn't simply get off the guy for a second to let him breathe. This is disgusting. It truly is. In the next smoke break, we're going to cover police brutality. We're going to go deep into it. I'll see you then.